Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are good today. I'm actually glad that you are here with us. This is Patrick Egon, and the channel has been Troy Teach Patrick Egon. I want us to talk about fear today. I want us to see how have you been handling fear. Do you think fear has been one of the factors which has kept you out of your dreams? But before we delve into this, I want to take this opportunity to invite you to the channel. And in case you have not subscribed, kindly do so. Ensure you have liked our videos, watch, share, and leave a comment. This will definitely help me in growing this channel. I count on you to do that. Otherwise, let's go back and ask ourselves, do you fear? And are you willing to deal with it? I want us to do 5 things which can help you to solve this particular thing. The first question will be, why do you think we fear? And my answer will be anxiety. The reason for anxiety, the reason for fear is basically based on 1, we fear the uncertainty. What do I mean by this? We fear that whatever is coming, we are not sure what it really comes with it. We fear that when we are called to go for that interview, we might fail. We fear that when we are called to commit to that investment, we might fail. Very many of us fear the outcomes and basically the outcome of failure. So when we have our minds fixated in this thing that we can actually fail, that is the biggest trouble we have. The second thing is the urge of wanting to be a perfectionist. Like, you have a project, you want to release yourself to the world, but you fear that in case I release this project, I'll be subjected to scrutiny. I'll be subjected to criticism. You feel there's something small you can do about this project so that you can improve it. Yes, it is good. In fact, it is good to work on a project to be the level best in quality and quantity and all the output. But unfortunately, the need to be a perfectionist is holding us. It's holding very many of our dreams hostage. And we are not ourselves. We are not free to ourselves. So there are 5 ways you can handle this failure and this fear. Number 1, I need you to stop today being a perfectionist. There is a difference between good enough and a perfect product and a perfect dream, according to your definition. Work on good enough and start from there. I always tell people that it is easy for you to improve something you have. It's easy for you to improve a product you have. It's easy for you to work on that dream when you have started than working to get that perfect idea, which might never come. So today, stop being a perfectionist. Pull up your socks, be the best you can, but do not be a perfectionist, because that is what is holding you hostage. Number 2, I want you to stop being a people's pleaser. What do I mean by this? You're always held hostage by the question, what will people say? My friend, they'll say something when you fail, and they'll say something when you don't fail. In one of my books, that is 366 Words to Build On, I write this quote that initially they laugh at you and they'll say that whatever you are doing will not be successful. But when you start and they see success, they'll come asking what actually happened. And when you're successful now, they'll claim that they were there and they saw the dream and the beauty and that you could have made it. That is people. So if you're being held hostage because you want to please someone, you want to be in the perfect books with people, my friend, it will never come such a point in life. Today, stop being a people's pleaser. Work. In Kiswahili they say, mwanadamu ni ngamba, akosi la kuamba. Kwa wale ambao walifanya KCSE 2005, we know that. That was our insha. The third thing I want you to deal with fear is, I want you to face your fears. I want you to take action. There are three subways you can deal or you can face your fears. Number one is to actually recognize that you are in a fear mode. It's actually good to sit down and talk, have a one-on-one conversation with this particular fear. So how do you do that? Because you have realized you are tensed, you have realized you are in anxiety, you have realized there is a situation which is stopping you from doing whatever you want to do. I want you to sit down, list it down. In high school, I read something about worry time. So the principle was, instead of, it's better to create a worry time. You block a session to actually worry. It was a very funny principle, but it really worked, because you will actually sit down at the end of the day to analyze what is this thing which is holding you. So if you use this strategy, you sit down, you list all your fears, then from there you can actually work on strategy to solve them one by one. And just like when some of us say that it is good to tell your enemy that I know you are my enemy, it works. List it down, analyze them, then see for this particular fear what can be the best solution. That is part one. Part two, I want you to take action. I want you to start that thing you fear most. And do you know what you realize? You realize that it is not even as tough as you had imagined. You realize no one really cares, if any, as much as you thought they care. So if you take time to specifically analyze what is this thing which is holding you up, then number two, if you take time to take action, one action begets another action, and it is the only way success can come in. So that is number three, how you can deal with fear. Number four, I want you to use what is called an affirmation strategy. In this strategy, you actually talk out your dreams. What you have done when you talk your dreams out is you have committed yourself. Sometimes these dreams are held deep within us. It is only you who actually know the dreams. And it is very easy for you to make an excuse when very few people know about it. But when you talk out to people you are accountable to, when you talk out to your group, when you talk out to the people who have been supporting your success, it's like you're making a commitment to actually do this. This is one of the principles I've been using when working on my dreams. In fact, my dreams always scare me, but I list them down and I talk it out to people. It's like I'm making an agreement. And whenever I've done this, I then have to actually work and see that they actually come to fruition. So get people who actually support your dream. You cannot work on your own, I know that. But get people who will be able to be part of your dream. Lastly, I want you to stop overthinking. You overanalyze. You are an overanalyst. You look at a situation, you see 50 ways how it can fail. I want you to stop being an overthinker. Do not confuse this as just going into a project without thinking. Planning stage is very important. Plan it out, but stop overanalyzing matters. You will never have an all clear picture. Stop overthinking and making guesstimates and making conclusions about things people didn't actually say, about issues which are not actually going to happen. Simplify your life. Make it simple. Make it straightforward. And it will work. So that has been my 5 ways you can handle that fear. To summarize it, number 1, stop being a perfectionist. Number 2, stop being a people's pleaser. Number 3, face the fears. Number 4, affirm, speak out and make a commitment. And number 5, stop being an overthinker. Thank you for being with me in this file. And in case you still want to know what is holding you about that fear, face it and let me see you at the end of that particular dream. Instead of being a people's pleaser, go out and let the people follow your success. Thank you, and in case you have not subscribed up to this moment, ensure you have done so, and share and make a comment. See you on the other end of your success.